Aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. Now I just had the chance to check out the incredible Pearl Microgrid, and now I have the chance to talk to Brigadier General Sills. Thank you so much for having me.
Hi, thanks for being here.
Oh my gosh, so the Pearl Microgrid is incredible, and I want to ask you, how important is, renewable energy to security systems here?
Yeah, we're really excited to be partnering with the Pearl Microgrid and having that work for us here. So the Hawaii Air National Guard provides an important role in our state and nation defense. Specifically the Hawaii Air National Guard's 154th Wing has very many mission sets that are important here. So we fly 3 different aircraft, so many people see those. The most visible are the F-22s, the KC-135 air refueling tankers, and then we also partner with the active duty and fly and maintain their C-17 cargo aircraft. It's essential that we have a reliable, resilient power source to help us do our missions.
Absolutely. And do you mind me asking, I'm just curious, so when it comes to renewable energy, what kind of advantages might this provide, our military?
Yeah, I think a lot like a homeowner on Oahu might have, solar panels on their roof and battery. If they can get one of those installed at their house, helps them, less dependence on fossil fuels, gives them some more resiliency for energy in case the power should go out. They can still continue performing the way that they would want to. So same for us. We can still operate, and although we can still do our normal training missions, if the power should go out or if there's a disruption, it sure does help us be more resilient, and it works us toward the state and the National Guard Bureau's energy goals of reducing our need on fossil fuels.
That's awesome. And speaking of those goals, can you just talk about how the Pearl Microgrid directly impacts, some of the policy that is, and the policy and initiatives and some of the objectives that the state has as well?
Sure. We are strategically located in the Middle Pacific, and so Air Force Research Labs and the National Guard Bureau recognize that strategic importance, and they were generous to provide us funding to establish the microgrid here. Our efforts there match our strategic goals, and those are nested within the National Guard Bureau's goals and the Air Force's goals and Department of Defense, as well as the state, of just reducing our dependence on fossil fuels and providing us some energy resiliency.
That's so important. So it's pretty much all intertwined. Everyone's working together.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so, looking at what's happened here at the Pearl Microgrid and what it's doing for this campus, what do you see its future potential for the state or even beyond that?
Yeah, I think it's a great example for other organizations to see if they can make, learn from what we're doing here to be able to build some resiliency for themselves. So I hope we're a good model for not just our state, but other states as well.
Absolutely. I think you are. And if anyone wants to get any more information about what you guys are doing, where can they go?
Great question. So, I was born and raised here, and when I was growing up, I did not know about the Air National Guard at all. I had no idea about the National Guard, and it took an older person to recommend that I join. So if anyone watching is an older person who has a young person who's interested in working on technical things like the microgrid or flying aircraft or maintaining aircraft, they ought to look into joining the Air National Guard. So reaching out to any Air National Guard recruiter in our state.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your service, and thank you so much for your time here. It's been awesome being here. I'm going to toss things back to Rachel. How are you?